Hey, it's your tutor Courtney Waterman, lover of anime, manga, and math. And this is another session of Tutor Me Senpai. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Courtney, and this is another session of Tutor Me Senpai. Today we're going to be tackling an 8th grade topic, negative exponents. If you've never seen or used negative exponents, it may sound a little scary, but I assure you it's not that bad. So let's jump into our question and you'll see for yourself just how easy it really can be. So our question for today is going to be 3 squared multiplied by 3 to the negative 5th power. Okay? So when dealing with negative exponents, you need to know how to tackle positive exponents. So 3 squared is just going to be 3 times 3. Whatever the number is in your exponent, that's how many times you're multiplying your base by itself. In this case, the base is 3. So this is going to be 9. 3 cubed will be 3 times 3 times 3, right? Because this is 3 and our base is 3, we're multiplying the base 3 times itself 3 times. And this is 27. So that's how we tackle regular exponents. Tackling negative exponents is a little different, but basically the same thing. Negative exponents, you have to know how to tackle the positive version of it. So in order to know how to tackle 3 to the negative 5, we need to know how to tackle 3 to the 5th, which is just 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. 5 in the exponent means that we're multiplying the base, which is 3, 5 times, right? And this is going to be 243. Okay? So we know how to tackle the positive version. What the negative exponent does is pretty much it takes the positive version of itself and flips it to its reciprocal. So what's the reciprocal of 3 to the 5th? Well, that is going to be 1 over 3 to the 5th, right? The reciprocal of 3 to the 5th is 1 over 3 to the 5th. So the negative exponent pretty much creates the reciprocal of the positive exponent. The negative exponent is the reciprocal of the positive exponent. So this is just 1 over 3 to the 5th power. The negative exponent is just the reciprocal of the positive version of itself. So if we know how to find the positive version, which we did here, which is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, and we know that all of that equals 243, we know that 3 to the negative 5 equals 1 over 243. And you see, this and this are reciprocals of each other. So it means these two are reciprocals of each other. Okay? So the negative exponent pretty much means take its positive version and create the reciprocal. That's what that is. So now we use what we know on how to find regular exponents and how to find negative exponents, and we're going to solve this question. But we're going to solve it 2 ways. One way using the negative exponent as we saw it, and another way just to kind of check our math to know that what we did was correct. So 3 squared times 3 to the negative 5th can be written like 3 squared times 1 over 3 to the 5th, right? Right? And this can be written like 3 squared over 3 to the 5th, right? And what's 3 squared over 3 to the 5th? Well, let's simplify it a little bit more, right? And here's how I like to simplify this. 3 squared, we know that's 3 times 3. 3 to the 5th is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Well, the numerator has 2 3's multiplied together, and the denominator has 5 3's multiplied together. Since everything is held together by multiplication, that means we can cancel things out. There's a 3 up top, cancels out with a 3 on the bottom. A 3 up top, cancels out with a 3 on the bottom. There's no more 3's up top, so we can't cancel out any more 3's. So that means this equals 1 over 3 times 3 times 3, which equals 1 over 27. Or another way of writing it, 1 over 3 cubed. So that means the answer to this question can either be 1 over 3 cubed, or if you want to use negative exponents again, 3 to the negative 3. So let's check our math with another way of doing this. Now you might not be able to get away with this on a test, because if your teacher wants you to use negative exponents, they're expecting you to use negative exponents, but you can do this to check your work. We know that when you multiply two like bases, which you see this is a like base because they're both 3's, you add their exponents. So when you do 2 times 2, the base is the same, base 2, right? The base is 2. So the exponent is going to be an understood 1. You get a 4 or 2 squared, right? You're pretty much adding the exponents. Likewise, you can do 3 times 3 squared, right? And you know that 3 times 3 squared is 3 times 9, which, you know, 3 times 9 is 27, right? But you also know that that equals 3 times 3 times 3, which equals 3 cubed. Once again, you're adding the exponents. 1 plus 2 gives you that 3 there. 1 plus 1 gives you the 2 there. So when you're multiplying like bases, you add their exponents. So a quick check to make sure that our work is correct, instead of doing what we did, let's just add our exponents because we already saw they have like bases. And what's 2 plus a negative 5? Well, that is just 2 minus 5, which equals negative 3. The base stays the same, so our final answer should be the same base that we have with our new exponent of negative 3. We got the same thing, so we know that with our quick check, we verified that our exponent work is correct. And we can check our question to see, do we have this as an option? Yes, this is B. Our answer for this question is B. Well, that concludes another session of Tutor Me Senpai. Today we went through an 8th grade topic of how to use negative exponents. You're going to run into negative exponents here and there, and there's no need to be confused as long as you know how to handle the regular exponent. Negative exponents are pretty much dealing with reciprocals. If you have any questions about what we went through today, put them in the comment box. If this video was helpful, leave a like, subscribe, and you'll see more of these videos every week. Hit that notification bell and you know exactly when they come out. Share it with a friend if you think that it's going to be beneficial for someone else to know. But most importantly, I want you to practice. I'm going to say it every time because math needs a lot of practice. As long as you practice, you will eventually get it. That's all for today, and I hope to see you next time. I'm Courtney, and this is another session of Tutor Me Senpai.